Hi, it's C. It's Mind Impossible. Today I want to talk about something casual, nothing serious, but it has a big impact. I have always seen people not discussing it really, talking with friends, but not really getting the point. And the thing I'm trying to talk about is heartache, heartbreak, whatever you may call it. Seems like a funny thing. It doesn't seem like something serious, but it is, because a lot of decisions we make when we have any sort of heartache or a heartbreak with relations, it doesn't have to be a girlfriend boyfriend relationships of any sorts, any expectations we have with any relations. It could be a professional relation, it could be a family relation. The way people react, the way people take that, there's a lot of decisions that involve those moments, and a lot of them can go wrong. So how do we deal with that? This is what I want to talk about. And there is no right way or a right answer for this. It depends on personality, but there's a common ground we can take. There's something very fundamental we can do. And here's what it is. First of all, these things happen. Relationships are made and they're broken. It happens. Different people, different opinion, different ways. Expectations are different. So these things happen. Never beat yourself down why something like that happened. Second thing, when you do have a relationship breakup or a heartache, it's just an easy way of saying that. You feel a part of you is missing, maybe. You feel like you expected something out of this relationship, this engagement of sort. You didn't accomplish that. You feel down. You don't feel misdirected. You should let that feeling come to you. You should absorb that feeling. Let it wash over you. Because there's no way to avoid it. There's no reason to avoid it. It's a dam of emotions. It blows. There's no need to build another dam to stop it. It blew for a reason. You let it come over you, but just tell yourself you're not going to make any decision while you're in that state. Could be days, could be a week. That's fine. Emotional states are your states. This is part of your evolution. You don't have to stop that. So that's the second thing. Third thing. The third thing is something you have to tell yourself now, that while you're going through this emotional state, emotional rejection, you will come out on the other side and you'll have a plan. Your plan is to deal with that and what to do with that. And that plan differs for everyone. But the key part is, let that feeling come to you. Don't fight it, don't hide it, don't walk away from it, because that's what most people do. Don't look for a rebound, don't look for other things to do to occupy your time. There should be other things in your life that you do. You should be occupying yourself with things that are productive. If you do feel you come across something like this, an emotional state, and there's other things I could be doing, sure, you should. But don't go looking for things, because that's where a lot of people make mistakes. A lot of people find themselves that they, so to speak, leave one addiction and get another one. We don't want to do that. So let it wash over you. Always have a plan. It's a plan for your own improvement, right? Your plan should be always that if I face a problem, a mental state of existence, I find myself in this. It's not a problem I can touch. It's a problem right up here. I need to think about this, what's going on. I will always let it settle down, feel it, and then I will come up with a plan, whatever that plan is. Okay, I'm going to move on from this, or I'm better than this. So the point of being better, that's your step and key question at that time. You need to ask yourself, am I better not having this relationship? That can answer you a lot of things. The answer could be yes, could be no. But that will be a discussion, very quick discussion sometime, that you'll say, you know what, happened, or yes, I'm better off, I had more other reasons, but it'll give you a direction to find your next answer, for your next purpose, goal. And again, I will reiterate, relationships are made, they're broken. We deal with humans, we are humans, we are full of decisions, mistakes, and that's ought to happen. But it takes time in life to learn these things. So some of these steps, you gradually step through these. You probably think about them all the time, or a lot of times, but we never really stop and really go through them in our mind, and that's what you need to do. For this episode, really there isn't an example that I see that can fit this, but I did see a quote from Oprah. The quote goes something along the lines that, the deeper the heartache, the more you needed to learn. And I find that very insightful, because if something hurt a lot, it means you needed to learn something about yourself. You needed to learn something about the relation, but more about yourself. Something bothered you a lot. Wow, that's something you didn't realize. Maybe you cared too much about this relationship or individual, or maybe you took it too far. Maybe the expectation didn't align. It was very true. It teaches you something about yourself as a learning moment. We don't approach heartaches and relationship mishaps in life thinking, well, I'm going to learn something out of it. Nobody wants to approach that. I certainly don't want to approach that in life. Not everything in life needs to be approached or tended to by learning a lesson. There's better ways to learn lessons in life. Nobody wants to go through that. But if something is done, it is a very good way to just say, all right, what have I learned about myself? What have I learned about this whole situation? And this is the point of this episode today. And I hope, if you go through these steps, you'll find that it helps you more than less. It gives you a little bit more answers, makes you more prepared. Just like a mental walkthrough of these things, and say, it happens to everyone. How do I deal with it? But the first thing I got to do is settle in this. If you don't settle into that emotion, settle into that feeling, whichever way you like to do that, you wouldn't give yourself enough chance to prepare yourself for the next step. And with that, we'll end the show today on this. Stay sharp, stay positive. It's Mind Impossible.